We're live. Hello and welcome to another or special edition of Do As We Do. And thank you for joining us for our very first pre-Halloween Stream-A-Thon. We're excited to bring you some fun with our special guests and just some overall virtual Halloween fun. So I'm that Kimberly, and these are my co-hosts and volunteers. We have Brian Crawford. There we go, in his Cardinals baseball Halloween outfit, and our famous bovine whisperer, Sam Gaines.
Howdy.
Howdy. And Jeff Durstock, where's Waldo?
Hey, good evening, everybody.
And a big shout out for one of our other volunteers who was unable to make it, Miss Diana Benitez. So she is here in spirit. So we just want to thank everyone again for joining us. We are live on both Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So wherever you're tuning in and watching us from, please feel free to ask questions, post your Halloween pictures, ask our guest questions, as well as hit the subscribe, the follow, and what's the other word? Connect.
Like.
And yeah, yes. So before we jump in to, I think that was it. I'm going to pass it. Yes.
Yeah, so as Kimberly mentioned, this week's live stream is for our very special Halloween Stream-A-Thon. As you can see, all our do as we do volunteers are in costume. And in just over the next hour or so, all of our guests, we'll have some very exciting guests that will be joining us. They'll all be in costume as well. We'll be finding out what their favorite Halloween traditions are and finding out who they're dressed as, what they're dressed as this year, and have a few laughs with them. We come to you tonight asking for help on behalf of millions of unpaid caregivers in this country that are currently in need of financial assistance, especially during the present economic crisis. Every dollar donated to our Caregiver Relief Fund, every single dollar, goes to a caregiver in need. This is a full volunteer operation. All of us are full volunteers. We're excited to announce that due to the graciousness of one of our donors, that I want to make sure I explain this correctly. If we can raise $1,500 over the next 24 hours, they will match that total dollar for dollar. This means your donation of $25 is really $50. And this also means that if we do raise the $1,500, we really are raising $3,000. Not that 3,000 is our limits. We certainly know we can go above that amount with all the wonderful people that follow us and know the struggle of caregivers. So you can donate at our website, doaswedo.org. Again, that is doaswedo.org. And Brian, you want to tell us a little bit more about unpaid caregivers?
Absolutely. If you've seen us before, you know that our definition of a caregiver is somebody who regularly assists a loved one with their daily living activities because of old age, disability, maybe a disease or a health condition. According to the National Alliance for Caregiving, each day over 43.5 million people are providing care for a loved one. The problem is in a lot of cases, caregivers are untrained, unpaid, unprepared, and their life is just kind of uncertain. And this life phase may have come about unexpectedly. They may even, like our founder, Kimberly, be called to give care from a distance. And all that combined can be really challenging and overwhelming to a caregiver at any stage. So for these reasons, we as a group here decided to launch the Do As We Do Foundation, because we believe that caregivers and their loved ones deserve to live happily and confidently. So our mission is to provide one, valuable content, education, and guidance to help our caregivers become better prepared, build a support community to empower caregivers to find the resources they need, and for tonight, and we will continue to do this, continue to grow a monetary fund and provide financial assistance for caregivers in need. I'm going to kick it over to Jeff. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that fund?
You bet. I already see several familiar faces joining us tonight and a couple new ones. So, with the Caregiver Relief Fund right now in this economy, many caregivers could use a little help. And we've created this fund to do just that. While we've been raising money since our launch earlier this year, today's Halloween Stream-A-Thon is devoted solely to significantly grow this fund. To caregivers in need of financial assistance, we know you're out there, we know you need help, and it's okay to ask. Whether it's for assistance with rent, groceries, electric bill, we're really here to help. So if you're a caregiver who needs help, please make for another week or another month, please request assistance at doaswedo.org. If you know a caregiver that needs assistance, please send them to doaswedo.org. Simply complete our confidential application for either rental assistance or other financial assistance, and we'll do everything we can to get you what you need. We've partnered with several industry leaders and DOD sponsors, Approved Shield, SpearX, to make sure our application progress is the highest level of online security and professional processing. You may know them or their story, but you can help make this the chapter of their life so much better. To help a caregiver in need, go to doaswedo.org and donate now. As Sam mentioned before, if you help us raise $1,500 in the next 24 hours, a generous donor has already agreed to match that with their own $1,500. That means with your help, we have a potential to raise over $3,000. If you're watching us on the replay, please donate. Every dollar counts. Also, brand new, we just talked about recently on one of our previous lives is our partnership with Amazon Smile. With this, we're eligible for Amazon Smile donations. Simply select Do As We Do as your preferred Amazon Smile charitable organization under programs and features in your Amazon app, or while you're shopping with our special Amazon Smile link, which can be found at doaswedo.org. With Amazon Smile, not a single dime of your own money goes to DOD. Amazon donates 0.5% of all of your purchases to our organization. You can simply help us by setting up us as your charity through the mobile app or the special link. And with that said, let's begin our costume party with some laughs and invite several of our Stream-A-Thon guests.
So yeah, let's jump right in and let's get to our first guest, which is
Hi, everybody.
Andrew.
Hey. How are ya? How is everybody doing?
Good. Thanks for joining us. Tell us where are you streaming from?
Well, I am live from my home in downtown Dallas, Texas here, and I couldn't be more excited to join you guys in fun costumes to raise a great good money for a great organization. So I'm glad to be here.
We're very happy to have you. So tell us about your costume. Who are you dressed as?
Well, this is my Disco Dan costume. I've worn it a couple of times in bowling competitions and around town for various charity events. So it's my go-to lucky charity costume. You can see the pants, the disco pants down here. I couldn't find the shoes, but they are authentic disco pants. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's a great little fun costume. It's a great little it's comfortable as well.
It's an awesome look.
You gonna wear it out tonight?
No. I'm high enough up to where none of my neighbors can see me.
So what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's Pieces or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Both are. Yeah, there I got it. Whoop, whoop, absolutely. Chocolate of any kind. Yeah. I used to pick all those out and steal them from my sister's candy basket too. I would either trade her or steal them and then give her like 2 Starbursts for like 6 Reese's Cups.
You ever go for Reese's Pieces or just the cups?
Both. anything Reese's Pieces, Reese's chocolate.
I can relate. People that know me know I'm a peanut butter fanatic.
Keith, what kind of Halloween?
Oh yeah, I like. Well, if you. You know, it's really weird because the last couple of years, I really haven't done much for Halloween. But in a younger life, they would have a big giant Halloween party here in Dallas, in one of the neighborhoods. They'd have a big street party the weekend before Halloween. I haven't done that in a while, but when I was a kid, I think more of it was like getting to go out and, you know, with my parents and my sister, and just have that little family bonding time, because my dad was a firefighter, and so when he was home, or we'd go to the fire station and go trick-or-treating in the neighborhood at the fire station too. So when he wasn't home on Halloween and we didn't go to the fire station, it was just that bonding between me and my mom and my sister. So I'd have to say back then when I was a kid, the tradition was a little bit better.
So I guess that probably includes one of your favorite Halloween memories. Would it be from your childhood, or was it an adult Halloween, or?
It was more of an, I would have to say, one of the fun guests that you guys are going to meet here later is Miss Jann Villanueva. She used to throw the most epic Halloween parties that you could ever imagine here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And those are some pretty amazing memories. I remember the one time that the margarita machines melted the plastic table they were on, and that was fun. And then me falling on my head, being held up, doing a certain adult fun thing with a beer keg.
But nothing like a Halloween that lands you in the hospital.
No, I didn't get it. No, just a bump in the head, a gash. It was quite fun.
Keith, I want to know what's the best costume you've ever put together.
The best costume I've ever put together, I think, would be my Richard Simmons costume that I did for a charity bowling tournament for the Apartment Association of Tarrant County about, 3 or 4 years ago. I made it all from scratch with the little pom-poms. If you Google a picture of Richard Simmons, he's always in crazy, stupid outfits. And I had this tank top, and I put all these fluorescent pom-poms, glued them all on myself, and then a rainbow tutu, tie-ings, white socks, and black shoes. And that was the hit of the ball, I think.
Didn't you win a team award or something?
4 years in a row, we won, the Liberty Group, who I work for, we won the best theme 4 years in a row for that bowling tournament. But it was for charity, so it was always a good thing.
Right. So I want to know, what is your favorite scary movie?
Let's go old school with just regular, like, Halloween, the original Halloween. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis. Go for that. You know, I'm like 1, 2, and 3, like the late 70s and early 80s. But anything that went after like 5 or 6, I'm not a fan. But the first 3 or 4 of those were pretty crazy.
So, you know, why would you say the Do As We Do Foundation is something that's important to you, that's resonated with you?
Well, and when you guys first launched in doing this, and I've been watching this series a lot, it really resonated when last year my mom fell at work and was out of work for a while. And thank God for the company that I work for and everything like that. I was basically her caretaker after she had some pretty extensive surgery on a rotator cuff. She couldn't use her arm. So for about 7 days, I did nothing but take care of her. And still to this day, you know, sometimes I'll take her to the doctor. I still do all of her grocery shopping because we're in the middle of a pandemic and she's in that high-risk age category. So I always, you know, try to take care of my mom because my mom took care of us when my dad passed away 30 years ago. So it's kind of like give back, you know, when you have to care for someone. I don't want someone that I don't know to care for someone that I love and know and that took care of me. So what you guys are doing, like I said, I wasn't a paid caretaker. but I did it, and it was just a second nature. But for people that don't even know, like a family member or something, they just get, take care of them, whether they know them or not. It's just angelic. It's angelic.
Yeah,
and they need to be, and they need.
In 7 days can turn into years depending on the situation. Yeah. So it's, you just never know how it's going to go and what kind of financial situation we're going to end up being in.
Absolutely. And you know what? And again, I'm blessed to have a great job, but if I didn't have a job or if I did have a, situation where I wasn't working and I had to take care of my mom, full time, it would be hard. So, every dollar that you can, donate and give goes to something, goes to gas. It goes to, that extra day off of, pampering or whatever they might need. To take care of themselves while they're taking care of others.
Well, thank you for sharing part of your Halloween with us, Disco Dan.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I don't see how you can have all that on and not want to go out. I think you at least need to take a stroll down the street or something,
or turn on some music.
Well, I'll tell you, Jeff lives about 1 mile that way. So I'll get on the train and I'll meet you at the station, and I'll be in the studio with him in about 10 minutes.
There you go.
Well, thank you.
Get it off from the door and be like,
it's unlocked.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You guys donate. These guys are amazing. Thank you guys for all you do, and I appreciate you guys having me. And God bless all of our unpaid caretakers, because they need help. They need all the help they can get. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you. Back. We're back.
What's a unicorn do during the break?
She had to share, and she had to make things were going on that we were having non-technical issues behind.
Your technology unicorn.
The technology unicorn, yes. And getting on my flipper, my kind of hooves.
So, we expect an entire unicorn routine later on.
Oh, hey, not a problem.
Kimberly, do we have some guests waiting in the wing?
Yes, we do. Let me bring them forward. We have Miss Jessica Vo and her son Jacob. Ooh, wait, Leah. Oh, wow.
Leah. You look awesome, Leah.
Hold on. We need to get a closer look at this.
Wow.
Wow.
That is awesome.
And I brought my friend.
Oh, that's so dark.
You did a great job, Leah.
Totally for you. I told you I had a surprise for you, Miss Kimberly.
You did. She would not tell us what was going on and what she was going to be, and that is awesome.
It's awesome.
It's ultimate.
It looks like it took forever to get ready.
It's good to see y'all.
Good to see
I don't watch it, my chin's gonna fall off.
No.
It's very scary.
Well, and then we have we have Jessica and Jacob.
Hey guys.
Hi guys.
I've got my muscle man. He's my muscle man. He's been working out during COVID.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So explain. Well, okay. So we kind of already know what Leah is. She's the mystical witch. So explain. We have the muscle man, and you are Javo.
Pirate.
Wow! She's got the pirate outfit on with the jet black hair. Woo! He's extra protection. The muscle man with a knife.
Yes, I've got to have him as my protector.
Absolutely. So. Oh, yes. And Keith likes to chime in and say that Leah wins.
Yes, of course. Yes.
It
My little friend appreciates that.
She's got props. She came prepared.
That is awesome. Okay, so tell us first, Leah, what's your favorite candy?
You know what? Heath. I love toffee. Toffee.
Okay.
I feel like she's even in full character.
I know. She's a theater arts major, right, Leah?
Minor.
Minor. Okay, minor.
So honest.
Wow. Okay, and what's your most favorite Halloween memory?
You know what? When the kids were little, we all dressed up as the Wizard of Oz. So I put I made this little Tin Man outfit for him. And Lily was Dorothy, and I was the Wicked Witch. Ah!
That's awesome.
So. And then David, hubby, he was he was the lion.
Ah, that's super cute.
Yeah.
What about you, Javo? You tell what's
my favorite candy?
Yes.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
And Jacob?
Gummy bears.
Ah,
Good taste.
I like some gummy. Yeah. And what's your all's favorite Halloween memory?
I'm gonna say yours. What? Mine, honestly, he gets so creative on his costumes. This year, he was, I don't know if it was COVID or what, but he just wasn't into figuring out what to dress up as. But he comes up with the craziest, wildest costumes, and he put so much time and energy. One year, he was like a half gorilla, and we spray painted it blue, and then we had a unicorn head on it. And then he just comes up with just really crazy, fun costumes, and I just love watching him, get so excited about it. And then, of course, run all over the neighborhood and get candy.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, I hope that excitement and creativity comes back next year, because don't ever lose that.
Yeah, don't lose that.
Yeah.
You're never too old to dress up in costume, and never too old for Halloween.
Yes, absolutely.
Sam, are you the oldest here?
Yeah, sure, Jeff. Sure, Jeff. Oh no, I'm the youngest.
Okay, what team? Why am I going blank right now? Somebody help me out.
So,
let's.
Do you have any Halloween traditions, like things that you traditionally do each Halloween, or?
Every Halloween we go to my sister's house and we have a big Halloween party, and we all get dressed together, and then we do a parade in the neighborhood, and then
nice.
Go door to door after that. So that's been our family tradition. We're going to do that on Saturday.
Nice.
And you, Leah?
We normally have some of the neighborhood kids over, and it's kind of expanded. Like, it started out, I didn't realize how much I loved Halloween until kids. I turned into literally like the Griswolds of to where we have blow up things outside and ghosts, and the house is decorated and everything. But what we normally do is have like the kids come over, and I make mummy dogs and spider deviled eggs and witch's fingers and fun little treats and everything for the kids, so they can kind of fill up before they go out and trick or treat. So,
what the heck is witch's fingers?
So they're pretzel sticks, and then you get the like white chocolate, and you make it green, and then you dip the end of it in it, and you put a sliver or a sliver of almond on the end of it, so it looks like a fingernail. And you stick them in a little like jar, and everybody comes up and grabs a witch's finger.
Wow, that's
very creative.
Very much so.
I usually add something on every year.
Just in case, right?
Exactly.
And tell us about your fencing behind you.
Oh, that this is part of the expansion with my Halloween obsession. And so this actually goes in front of the fireplace, but I didn't want to move the computer and everything over there, so I moved it to you.
Yeah.
So everyone could enjoy it. But I have my little crow. And over the years, the kids have picked out things, I mean, they've picked out tons of different little things. Like my daughter picked out this. Oh, not
oh, she's falling apart. She's melting.
Hey, But then, so then my son has an owl over there. He's got a black owl, and it's just grown and grown and grown. So everything is in here has some sort of a memory with it. So it's
That's cool.
Do you like scary movies in your family? Do you guys watch scary movies?
So the interesting thing is that my husband and my son, oh no, but my daughter and me, yes, and actually. She's about to be 13. And anyway, we just read The Shining together. Yeah. So she wanted to read it. So I was like, all right, let's do it together. So if there's any questions or anything, let's, cool. So anyway, we read it and, there's not a lot of violence. It's more of a psychological kind of mess.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so my daughter and I love scary, not gory. We like scary. So,
well, Jacob and Jessica, what about have you watched The Shining, Jacob? Or read
So we don't like scary movies at all.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't blame you. I saw Freddy Krueger, and that's way before your time, Jacob, but it scared me for life. Like I am scarred. There's no way.
Right here.
Yes. My dad introduced all of us too young to scary, and I haven't introduced it to Jacob.
Earlier, Keith was talking about Halloween being his favorite movie. I could watch that, but I was with Kimberly. Like Freddy Krueger and me, we did not get along.
No, couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I still like that feeling of anxiety. I don't like being scared.
Yeah. We're always looking back, always looking back. Like just
yeah. Stick to becoming a professional gamer, Jacob. Stay away from those scary movies. Okay.
No, it's fine.
Well, tell I have to say we have to ask what does being a part of Do As You Do and this Stream-A-Thon mean to you? We'll start with you guys, Jessica and Jacob.
Thank you. Well, for me, Kimberly, your passion, watching you and seeing what you do and, and then like my grandmother, when she had to take care of my grandpa after his stroke and heart attack and seeing that, and then, I've talked to you, this week about that, but just seeing all the things that you go through and your passion for this foundation, I'm just so proud and thrilled to be a part of it. And we're here to help, and we definitely are going to donate. We're so proud of you, and
thank you.
Anything that we can do to support you and continue to help, we're here.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yep, we love you.
We love you too.
Thank you. He's right here by our feet.
Leah, the same question.
You know what? The same thing. Your passion for this and your dedication to bringing light to this issue. And so for all of the caregivers that are out there, and we same situation, seeing it with my grandmother. My grandmother taking care of my grandfather when he was ill with cancer, and just we've all touched, felt, experienced this at some point. And what you are doing is absolutely incredible. And I love you. I adore you. I love your passion. I totally, completely agree with Jessica on that. As we're here to support you and support every single caregiver that is out there, and bringing light to that and the support that they need, and from all different levels. So thank you. I love you.
We love you. We appreciate you guys so much. It's definitely something that your children, that Will and Leah and Jacob, that they definitely will be prepared in the future. Because of Do As we will be around when you guys get to be old.
Well, you brought that you have brought that to the attention to make sure that we are prepared, that we don't have that situation with our children. Our children don't have to, that it's not a burden. We put them in a situation to where there is a plan, there is a plan of action. And there is, support financially and everything on that side, to where some decisions are already made, to where we don't have to put them in that hard situation. So, preferably. So, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Leah,
My chin's falling off.
Joe Melton said, "Keep your chin up, girl." Hi, ladies. So I want to thank people. We need a little shout out for people that have jumped on. Thank you, Ethel, for joining us again. We appreciate you. There is a question for Sam. What's on Sam's pumpkin is what Mr. James is asking. What is,
if I get it right in the camera.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go. It's a cat with her own little pumpkin.
Well, Melanie Styles says, Farmer Sam, that hit the, what is it? Farmer Sam, that hit me.
Sam, tell us about your pumpkin carving.
Yes.
You got like a kit. You've been practicing for a while. Did you have to go through 3 pumpkins to make that one work?
So as many of you know, I don't have a life. So pumpkin carving is something that I've just kind of taken to, and I've got like 100 pumpkins out back, and I'm like the pumpkin master at this point.
Nice.
The pumpkin master. That's awesome.
Start baking pumpkin pies next month. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I hadn't thought about that. Man, I've been wasting all that. But just want to remind everyone real quick that between now and the next 24 hours, due to a very generous donor, all of your donations will be matched up to $1,500, which means if we can raise $1,500 in the next 24 hours, he will give us $2,400, or he will give us $1,500 as well, giving us a total of $3,000. So please, no donation is too small. Please go to doaswedo.org to donate. Every single dime goes to help unpaid caregivers that are struggling financially, especially right now during the crisis.
Sam, I will call out, we had an anonymous donor come through just since we've been on. So
yay!
Awesome. Keep it coming. And if you are watching on the replay, like I said, every dime counts. We'd love for someone to match every single day. But even on the days we don't have someone matching donations, every dime you give us helps. So no donation is too small.
Absolutely.
I feel like Brian's over there about to call a play.
Why, yes, he is.
And while we have a second, to everyone who's watching, we'd love to know, what are your Halloween traditions? If you've carved a pumpkin, we'd love to see a picture of it. I think we may show some pictures here in a little while of some of our Halloween memories from our childhood. So if you have any fun Halloween pictures to share or want to tell us what you're going to be this year, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, absolutely. There's one, and this is great timing because this was actually the party to the left. Well, it's actually one of the parties, the amazing parties that Keith mentioned that Jann, our next guest that will be coming on, had. And you can see there's Jeff and there's Jann and her Mickey Mouse. And then there's me and my boyfriend Brandon. And if anybody can guess who I am, and who that little what do I say without giving it away? Pet. I'm a pet of obviously everybody knows that's Bob Ross, but I'm a pet of Bob Ross's, and I don't know if you know that Bob Ross has a pet, but he does.
It's a happy little squirrel.
Yes. Do you know what his name is?
No.
Two guesses. Maybe we'll wait and I'll say it at the end.
Y'all, I have to share. I was there that night. I think Kimberly had to tell everyone this story.
Well, because they looked at me like I was crazy. I know usually, that, I'm dressed in a unicorn outfit, but yes.
Now, I'll also say Dustin's there behind me, and we didn't really plan this, but he was Pizza and I was Chucky, and someone that night called us out that we were Chuck E. Cheese, which I thought was awesome.
That is awesome. Okay. Well, I think we're ready for our next guest. I think, maybe. Hold on. 2 seconds. You know, we love technology. There they are.
Wow.
Hi, y'all.
Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Can.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to tell y'all, we just moved. For those of you who are, know me, we just moved into a house in August, and I have yet to find my box of Halloween costumes, but I've got my Cat Noir.
No.
Oh wait, Cat Noir and Ladybug with me today. And I do have on my vampire shirt. So we'll just pretend I'm a vampire.
I like it.
I think it's pretty awesome. I think you guys look adorable.
Thank you.
Oh. So tell us what your favorite candy is, y'all.
What's our favorite candy? What's Mommy's favorite candy?
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
Take 5.
Take 5 is my favorite candy. That's right.
Oh.
I like Sour Patch Kids.
We got Sour Patch
Good
Kids.
choice.
I like the Laffy Taffy.
Laffy. No, there's a song called Laffy Taffy.
But you can't hear it though.
Oh, okay, got it. Probably a good idea, right?
So
Yes,
where are you guys? I'm sorry, I don't even know if we asked this, but where are you guys streaming from? Where are you located?
We are located in Hickory Creek, Texas. It's a little town outside of Denton, Texas.
Ha.
Yeah.
Texas, folks.
Yes. What's your all's favorite Halloween memory?
What's your favorite memory of Halloween? Do you have a good memory of Halloween?
Yeah,
What is
when we were at our old house, and we went to the tree in our old neighborhood, and that girl on the bike that would move by herself, it's a Halloween.
Oh, so there was this house in our old neighborhood that always decorated their house really creepy for Halloween. And they put, one year, it's this little girl that's a zombie, and she rides on a bike, and it just goes back and forth and back and forth. And you have to pass her to get to the front door. So that's pretty creepy on Halloween.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What about you, Sophia?
I like when we went to that house in our old house, and they gave out the free candy.
The big candies?
Yeah, the big candy bars, and the people were the clowns and the jump out spider.
The jump out spider?
Yeah, and Reese and me and Brooklyn were too scared to get rid of this man.
Y'all just went for it? You just ran for it together, all the sisters?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Quick, run!
Nobody likes jump out spiders.
No.
No, not at all.
No one likes small candy bars.
Do what?
No one likes small candy bars either.
Right? Yeah.
I know. Like I remember, we pretty much where I live was rural where I grew up, so we pretty much knew everywhere we went. But so each year I'd be like, I knew when we were going to the house that had like full size candy, none of that Halloween miniature stuff. So I would
Right.
put on the charm.
Did you change costumes and go back?
Too small of a community. They would have figured it out.
So did you guys decorate any pumpkins?
Yes, go over and get the pumpkin real quick. So we went to our friend's house that we our new neighbors, and they had a little are you gonna go get your pumpkin real quick? I meant to bring that out. They had a little get together in the neighborhood, and they invited all the kids over to their house, and they got the pumpkins, the carving tools, they made hot dogs and chips and all kinds of spread. It was amazing. And so last night we went to their house and carved a pumpkin and had a pumpkin carving contest for all the kids. So this is Reese's pumpkin.
Wow.
It looks really cool when the candles lit too. We were really happy with the way it turned out.
That's
So that
cool.
was Reese.
Hey Reese, Keith says that you're growing up so big.
Mr. Keith is on.
Yeah. He says
Can
hello.
we see Mr. Keith?
Well, he was on earlier, but he's still watching. He was Disco Dan, but yeah, he didn't mention your epic party.
Okay, and this is Sophia's. Her pumpkin wasn't feeling good last night, so
Yeah.
yeah, he had what?
Candy.
He ate too much candy.
Oh.
Yeah, he ate too much candy.
Wait, are you sure it wasn't too many adult beverages?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mr. Keith to join us.
I know. We'll call Mr. Keith later.
Yeah.
So do you watch scary movies at your house or no scary movies?
Yeah.
What scary movies do y'all watch?
Goosebumps. And we watch
Goosebumps.
And we watched a show where it was like the guy that had everything file. It's Hoobie Halloween.
Hoobie Halloween.
Hoobie Halloween.
And then we also watched the other day. It was actually really scary. Do you guys remember War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
The aliens.
My whole body was shaking.
Oh no.
Kind of like me and Freddy Krueger when I watched Freddy Krueger, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for
Did
sure.
you see we commented the 1-2 Freddy's coming for you?
Oh yes.
Which you girls will not be watching for a very long time.
No, that would be super traumatic. I don't even know. I don't even think that would be I don't even think they would be able to like turn off their lights for the rest of their childhood if that would
never go to sleep again.
Yes.
I should show you guys. I should unplug you. I don't know if it would work and show you what I have on my staircase. It's these 6 foot tall. One is a witch because we go all out for Halloween here. So it's a 6 foot tall witch and a 6 foot tall skeleton. He almost looks like the Grim Reaper. I think that's what he is. And it's funny because I tell people that before we put our witch and our Grim Reaper up there at the staircase, the girls would come down at least once a week in the middle of the night, like, I can't sleep, I gotta go potty. Ever since we've put those there, they haven't come downstairs one time.
I wouldn't either.
So the witch and the Grim Reaper may have to stay all year.
We'll have to take a picture and put it, put it in the feed so people can see that because it definitely is worth a picture in the actual, feed.
Who knew we'd be giving out parenting tips on our stream?
Right. So Dan, I have a question.
Yeah.
Can the Halloween party maybe come back in 2021?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe.
All in favor, raise your hand.
we just had up an old picture of 2019's, right? It was 2019 or 2018. I don't remember.
Yeah, the one that was up in Frisco, Plano area.
Yeah.
Maybe it was last year. I don't remember.
See if we can get that back.
Yeah, hold on. You'll have to tell us here, Dan. You'll see it here in a second. As
you were Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, when you were Minnie Mouse, and I was Bob Ross. And Brandon was Bob Ross, and I was the squirrel.
Yes, I think that was 2018. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was so much fun.
Yes, that's what Keith said.
That was 2018. I don't think that was last year.
Okay. Well, yes, it was a lot of fun. That squirrel costume was very warm.
I know, right?
I don't recommend it. So tell us, Jann, a little bit about what Do As We Do Foundation means to you.
So what the Do As We Do Foundation, my mother was actually an unpaid caregiver with my dad who suffered from Alzheimer's, who passed away in 2017. So full time, taking care of my dad every day. And it was really hard for her to find someone who she could trust, find good respite care. And, we had to just come together as a family to, help take care of him, which put a lot of stress and, heartache on my mom, not being able to have, that extra help that she needed. Although there's, 4 girls in our family, we all have jobs and families of our own. So it was just a struggle. So Do As We Do is such an incredible organization. And I'm just beyond proud to know Kimberly and the work that she's doing for, families and people and caregivers who need this help so much. Until you've lived it, you have no idea how hard it is and what it's like. So it's very personal to me, and I'm so proud of her. I'm proud to know her, and just thank her for all that she does.
I didn't wear waterproof mascara, so please. but it is something that everybody, even for your children, so that cycle will change, right? That we will make it different for the future. Your mom's an amazing woman. Your father was an amazing man, and they did amazing things, and you guys even endured with them. But so that your children don't have to go through that again. Or for you, not again, but go through that is definitely something why we're all here, including, Brian, Jeff, Sam, and Diana, and anybody else, Tyler, Brent, anybody behind the scenes. Like, that is one of the biggest things that people are thinking about, that the fact that they're not having those conversations. And
Right.
like people didn't, when I first met you, that's how we were introduced, was because, of what you had gone through in your dad. So I appreciate you and sharing your story with us, and even with me back then, and guiding me, and it's a labor of love that we want different in the future for our children. So thank you. I appreciate you doing it.
It's my honor.
Well, we appreciate you. We hope you have a very, very fun and safe Halloween. We know it's going to be different this year for you guys without the big Jann bash that we all are. But we got to be safe. So
yes,
that party is way more than 10 people. So
yes, I don't know how we can social distance that.
And Keith shared about his incident. That's one of his favorites.
Yeah, his scar on his head.
Yes.
From the adult beverages.
Yes, there's plenty of those.
Yes, absolutely. So, well, we appreciate your little ones. Thank you, ladies.
Girls,
Thank you, girls.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love
Love
y'all.
you, Kimberly.
Love you
Thank
too.
you for all you're doing for this.
Thank y'all.
Well,
All right.
It would have been fun to see Jann in costume. It's better to see her girls dress up. That's cute.
I know that was adorable. Yes.
We are going to really quickly embarrass Waldo.
Okay. before our next guest.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
I just want to do this really quickly.
Uh-oh. Are you ready? We're not going to embarrass. He gave us the pictures. So Jeff, tell us about this.
I asked my mom to dig through some of the photo albums, and I think she had a lot of fun, because after about 9 photos, I was like, okay, Mom, I have what I need. And she goes, but I have 5 more years to send. I love that about her, just, keeping track of all those memories. It's, now in this digital world, it's a little easier, but I miss a lot of these old photos. So that's me and my sister. We may do a contest of who wore it best, my sister Christy or Leah. And I'm a clown with a big round tie. And then I also have to share, I know Sam is trying to outdo me with his pumpkin over there, but I actually won that pumpkin contest right there that you see in this photo. I got $35, but best part is I got free candy. So, so Sam, you have some competition here.
But do I win tonight then? Are you going to send me $35 and some candy?
We're going to give you 2 thumbs up and an attaboy. Yeah.
Sam, I'll make a $35 donation to the charity. How about that?
Okay. That's a win. That's a win.
Yeah.
Well,
That's awesome.
there's another person that we have to show off some former Halloween costumes for as well.
Oh, no.
Who's ready for this one?
Uh-oh. Aww. Sam.
He looks so excited.
Yeah,
So
why do you
happy.
so mad, Sam?
When my mom found these, I was
So
like,
happy.
geez, what did you do to us before you took us trick-or-treating that year? We both looked so unhappy.
What? And I had to zoom you. I'm glad you sent the zoom in picture, because you can't quite see behind.
Yeah.
You have to really focus on how upset he looks.
That's me as the angry devil, and my older brother Bill as the angry clown. There's a funny story behind that devil photo. Later on, we went to a carnival at school. Maybe I was in kindergarten or first grade, and there was a girl that liked me, and she just would not leave me alone, and she stepped on my tail and ripped my tail off my devil suit. And I held that against her until we were adults. And so now she helps take care of my cat at the vet's office, and we're great friends. She probably doesn't even remember doing that, but it devastated me. She ruined my outfit.
Oh, that cut deep.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Woo! Well, are we ready for our next guest?
I think she's in here.
Yes.
Yes. I think this might be me. I think we are very excited to have not only Elaine, but her son has joined her as well, Leo.
Hello.
Welcome, y'all.
What's up, guys?
Tell us where you're coming to us live from.
Our house in Germantown, Maryland.
Maryland. Well, y'all look great. Why don't you tell us a little about your costumes?
I guess I'll go first. My costume is the Mothman, which is like kind of like Bigfoot. It's like one of those urban legends. But it's kind of just like a joke that my friends and I have. So I decided to dress up as them for Halloween.
That's cool. I love those glasses.
Thank you. They're very red.
They look like that.
And in honor of 2020, I am the ringmaster of the S show.
Awesome.
I love it.
That is awesome. We actually have Keith knows the Mothman.
Oh, see, so I guess who it is.
That's awesome.
So what's your favorite Halloween candy? You guys have sweet tooth?
Kinda, yeah. Reese's cups are probably like my favorite. They're just
kind of fan favorite.
That's tonight's winner, I think.
I know. I feel like, just a disclaimer: we are not sponsored by Reese's.
Not yet.
Yeah,
but if they'd like to make a donation, we would happily accept.
Oh, happily. We will talk Reese's all the time.
And is Pinot Grigio a candy? If not, then candy.
If it's in a frozen, it can be if it's in a frozen sense. That is really funny. Do you just not have a sweet tooth? Is that what you're saying?
You know, like Halloween, secretly, like my husband and I have always dressed up for Halloween even before we had kids. So when we had kids, it just became another excuse to like just enjoy Halloween. So we always enjoy Halloween.
Yeah, but when you have kids, you really don't need that excuse, right? Like dressing, right? You're just like, it's okay.
Excuse.
Like Leo, do you find that your parents might like Halloween more than you and your brothers?
I mean, my brothers aren't really into it. I kind of just like the edge of Halloween, but they're very into like dressing up like with each other, like matching costumes and stuff.
So when the kids were little, we would dress up as a family. So we always had a family theme until they got old enough to boycott me and wanted to do their own costume. But we were superheroes one year. We were the people from Adventure Time.
What's the very favorite one? What's your most favorite Halloween dress-up menu? I mean, memory.
Memory, probably last year, I dressed up as like an alien trying to be like a human, and I had like a pair of Heelys. So whenever I went in like the school hallway, people would just like be like, "Go do the thing," and then I just like, Heely down the hallway. So that was probably my favorite like, memory from a costume.
Did you make Snapchat or did you go viral by chance?
No, I feel like I'd get my phone taken away at school for that.
That's hilarious. What about your
best costume?
Oh, you know, I could even have 2 or 3 costumes in the same Halloween period. So I have to say that probably my mermaid costume that I got in Austin, Texas, when I was at a conference, there was like a super cool costume shop. That was probably one of my favorites just because it was so different. But like literally, I asked them to go get the Halloween boxes out of the attic, and they got like 3 boxes out, and I was like, we have way more than 3 boxes.
Well,
enough,
I feel like Jeff and I know somebody that is very into mermaid costumes as well. That he might be able to, you guys might be able to swap those mermaid costumes possibly.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always willing to share my costumes. I have a ton, literally, like
too many.
My neighbors, like they know if they don't dress up for like our little neighborhood thing, I will bring costumes to them, even if it's just a hat. Like I have probably half a dozen witch hats that are just all different and fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture you at a party in a mermaid costume. How does that work exactly? Does someone drag you around, or you just like waddle along the floor? Like how's that work?
No, it's just think of like, you remember in the Addams Family how Morticia walked with her dress?
Yes.
You kind of have to like walk like that because you can't really do that much.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Did you ever have a time where you might have fallen and you couldn't get up?
No, and there was a pool at this one party that we went to that I was dressed up as a mermaid. I was like, oh, please don't let me fall in.
The irony.
So do you all carve pumpkins each year? Is that part of the tradition?
Yeah. We do. And we did it probably a little bit too early for Maryland this year. We didn't know we were going to be in shorts the last couple weekends.
There's piles of mush at this point.
Yeah, they just like
I can relate. Mine, I was like really holding on to them lasting through tonight for the live. They didn't make it.
Yeah. I sent Kimberly a picture of them, so she wants to post them later. But they got very sad.
How creative do you get with your carving?
Well, my husband brought out the power tools.
Oh,
so
wow!
You're gonna have to up your game.
Yeah,
I need to know more about this. Like, I do need to up my game. Take this thing to the next level.
Yeah, Sam's got power tools.
Yeah, on the farm, right?
Yeah.
Now another question: do you roast the seeds?
No, we have in the past when the kids were younger, but like I don't really like them. My husband's probably the only one that likes them. I don't know that you guys like roasted pumpkin seeds.
Yeah. I haven't had them.
So, but there's 5 of us, so there's a lot of pumpkin seeds.
That is.
Do you guys
pumpkin bread? Do you like take out and make anything with pumpkin pie or anything?
Try that next year.
Yeah, we don't do anything with it. We just it used to go into the compost pile, but it didn't make it there this year either. 2020.
Yeah. Darn.
How about scary movies? Does your family like watching scary movies?
No, we don't like scary movies. My husband's pointing to himself that he does. But yeah, it makes me too, like you guys were saying earlier, like it gives me too much, I get too anxious.
I like them.
He likes them.
I don't.
Even with enough Pinot, you still are a little too anxious to watch a scary movie?
Yeah, even with enough Pinot, like, yeah, it's almost worse. We'll have nightmares and we back to the woods, so there's always like crazy noise back there. Right?
Yeah.
That was going to be my next, that patio that leads out to the wilderness. I definitely would be scared that Freddy Krueger or Jason or somebody would just be coming up on that patio and,
Yeah. Yeah, we still boo every year, and we booze also every year. So like the kids will run, and like up till this year, but like they were kind of scared even just doing it in the dark. They would run behind a house so people didn't see them, or like down the path, or so it's depending on the atmosphere, right? Like it can be creepy.
Yeah, for sure. I get that. Creepy. Well, tell us a little bit about what are you guys going to do this year for Halloween?
So everyone's doing, this is the first year. It's going to be really sad because all the neighborhood moms, we used to like literally rush home from work. We would order buca salad and probably like 20 pizzas for all the kids in the not all the kids, but like a big group of kids. Everybody would bring their costume, rush over to this house, eat as fast as they can, and run out. And my kids were the last kids really left. Everyone else is older, and now my kids don't want to do it this year.
There's gonna be no one there. It's like
So the moms and I were still doing it. We're sitting at the table. I've made like 200 bags of candy in those tiny like snack bags, so that people can like just take them, so they don't have to like put their hands into something. So we'll see how it goes. We'll still have fun. I'm sure they'll have fun with whatever they do without us, but.
It's about that. It's about that time, right? It's about that.
I know.
The teenagers, after the tweens, the teenagers want to spread their wings and have their own fun at Halloween, right? Safe fun, Leo. Safe fun.
Yeah, I mean, when they used to trick or treat, my friend's whole entire living room would be covered with candy, and they would swap candy.
We'd throw candy at each other that we didn't want.
Uh-huh.
So it just ended up being just like a storm of almond joys and whoppers, just like at your face.
You don't like the almond joys?
No,
Ugh.
not really.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Wait, so we haven't asked this question. What's the most disappointing thing that you've got in your candy bag?
There's like one house every year that gives out pretzels. And I remember one year, like when we opened up one of them, it wasn't mine, but it was like my brother's friend. There's literally just air in the bag. Like there was no pretzels.
Oh.
It was like double disappointment.
That's really unfortunate.
That's the house to skip for sure.
Yeah, to skip from now on.
Absolutely. I hope you guys spread the word on that one.
Time.
You what?
Yeah,
Brian?
we'll make sure to let people know.
I dumped it out and there was like a thing of floss in there, which is probably from one of some house or whatever.
That was a thing for a while.
Yeah.
For sure. Not in our neighborhood, but yes, floss. And not the dance. So I even forgot to ask, is it now warm there? I mean, now cold?
It just turned cold yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was cold a little bit ago, then it got warm because Maryland weather is just crazy.
Yeah. All over the place, for sure.
So it'll be 50 and not raining on Halloween.
Oh,
so,
that's not bad.
Yeah. And I think that we have one neighbor that like goes out of his way to scare the kids. One year he was dressed up like as the scarecrow in front of his house, and he had a scarecrow there. So it's always fun to like hear the kids screaming and running. But when the weather's not good, it's not as fun.
Yeah, for sure. What is Dawn going to be for Christmas? I mean, for Halloween.
He'll probably
I'm thinking.
He'll probably be Chewbacca. So it's a really, like, he has this Chewbacca mask and this whole Chewbacca thing. And the Chewbacca thing is actually really warm, so it's kind of good if it's going to be cold.
Can he do the sound?
He can. He can do the sound. It is really frightening.
Is he off camera right now?
and he doesn't know it. Every year he asks me to be Princess Leia anytime he's Chewbacca, so he doesn't know, but I ordered a Princess Leia costume, so that'll be my other costume for Saturday.
Wow.
Nice.
Awesome.
Hopefully he's not listening.
Hopefully. Well, you have to send pictures of those too, because that's gonna be great, for sure. As Leo goes,
Yeah, just get to sound on this. Yep.
Well, tell us what Do As We Do. Obviously, you all have been some past guests, and what does Do As We Do mean to you and getting involved?
Well, for me, it's kind of like, it's good to know like that being here is like going towards a good cause, and like I've had like direct contact like with what we're like working like for, like in terms of like dementia stuff, and I know like how much it can be like damaging to someone. So I know like it just means a lot to me to know that people are like working against it and trying to just like trying to just like rally together. You know, it feels
Yeah.
nice.
Well, good. We're especially for you, Leo, and your brothers. We want it to be different for you guys for the future.
Mhm.
You know, even though you guys were amazing in helping your mom and dad with your grandparents. So good for you.
For me, it's just, I'm super excited. All of you guys are really doing this and continuing with it and just spreading the awareness. And, you know, my mom is an unpaid caregiver, and so I see the struggle every day. She's been freaking out lately because now, you know, we broke him out of the nursing home, and so he's back home, but that means around the clock care. And my mom is just, she can't sleep because there's not people in her house at night, and, you know, all the things that come with it. You know, a key's lost, so she's changing her locks, you know, and just all of that stuff that those are the little things that you just don't even think about, and how much they impact somebody's daily life and mental well-being. It's really challenging.
Yeah. Well, good for you guys being there to support her and understand that is something that, you know, one day you and Don will need that assistance and help. And, you know, you are definitely teaching your kids the right, you know, way to step up. But I want, just like I watched my parents do for my parents, I just want it to be different, you know, to where everybody's a little bit more prepared in that conversation now. So along with the whole team, you know, everybody has a little bit of caregiving going on at this moment. So it definitely is, we're all passionate about it. So we really appreciate you doing this with us and helping us build the awareness, because we're not going anywhere. And we know that, you know, whether it's a little bit of extra help with groceries or medication or respite care, or like, you know, just to get away for an hour, you know, at the spa, it's a good thing for the caregiver. Sure.
Yeah, it's great what you guys are doing. So I haven't seen any other group do what you guys are doing, just spreading the awareness and really make sure people are having resources available to them, just even to get more understanding of what they need to do to be prepared, which I just think is fantastic. So thank you guys.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you so much, y'all.
Yeah,
we appreciate y'all joining us. Yeah, for sure. So
absolutely.
You guys have a great and safe Halloween.
I won't have to crack the whip.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, please. All right, tell Don. Thank you.
All right,
guys.
Bye. Okay.
All right. So Sam, tell me about the candle there in your, is there a light flickering in there?
It's a candle, yeah. I lit a candle, yeah. I'd forgotten to light it before, so I'm paranoid that I'm gonna like knock it over and burn the house down.
Well, I didn't know, like it could have been one of those battery flicker ones, you know?
No, it is all the real deal here. Like we go for authenticity when it comes to pumpkin carving around
I like it. I think we have here on the screen,
Yeah, just to remind everyone, you know, why we, you know, are here tonight and doing this Stream-A-Thon. We need your help by you donating to unpaid caregivers. We also want to bring awareness to where that money is going. If you are an unpaid caregiver, or if you know an unpaid caregiver that is currently struggling financially, they can go to our website, which is also where you donate, which is doaswedo.org. You can donate there, and there's also an application for rental assistance. There's an application for just other types of financial assistance that you can fill out there, and we will do our best to get you taken care of. You know, it's a tough time right now. It's a tough time for unpaid caregivers, no matter what's going on, economy good, unemployment good, and no pandemic. It's still tough for unpaid caregivers. So it's really challenging right now. And again, we do have that match. So if you donate in the next 24 hours, your donation will be matched. So please donate. If you'd like to volunteer for Do As We Do, or come on one of our lives and tell your story, or provide some type of education for unpaid caregivers, reach out to us. Let us know. You can do that through our website as well. And I think we might be ready for our next person to come on. Kimberly is off camera, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well,
she's asking, they're off camera. Do you want me to add to the stream now?
There you are. Too late. We've seen your face.
How's it going?
It's good. Good. This is Tyler Short. Thank you for joining us. He's an astronaut tonight.
That's right. Yes.
Unless you just wear that all the time. I don't want to offend you.
To be honest, I did on my birthday on October 16th. I wore it all day long to the store, in the car, driving around town. Absolutely. And I use it as my COVID mask as well. So it works out great because it's got a visor when I need to breathe. And then there you go. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we know you're there with Kimberly. Obviously, you're an astronaut for the evening. What's your favorite candy?
Well, it's definitely not candy corn, so we can exclude that. But I would have to say probably anything chocolate. You know, I like the other guy that was on the Reese's Pieces. I think are some of my favorite Reese's peanut butter cups. But you know, just a good old batch of cookies and cream ice cream too. But I know they don't give that out at the doors. So, it's all good. But yeah, I like chocolate. I stick to the chocolate. I can't do the sugar too much. I like Skittles and Starburst, even though I love Skittles. But yeah, I'm a chocolate guy.
Skittles. Oh, I always forget about Skittles.
I know, right? Skittles are good.
So, are you any Halloween traditions? I mean, is Astronaut something that comes out every year? Is that a 2020 gig? Like, what's your traditions?
So usually my tradition, since I've had my daughter, she's 10. Our tradition is to do a themed Halloween every year. So she would, like, for instance, 3 years ago when I was an astronaut, she was an alien. So we would kind of do a theme, like I captured an alien, we take pictures and go out and, you know, she's my little alien that I caught. Or we would do like a caterpillar or butterfly when she was younger. We dressed up as mummies one year. We did one that was like, I forgot, I was like a witch doctor, and then she was a witch. And I don't know. But every year we've done a theme, which is cool. But this year she ordered a costume that didn't work out. It was a Nickelodeon character, one of her favorite teen shows on Nickelodeon, but she didn't like it. So now I think she's just going to be a zombie, and I'm going to revert back to one of my older costumes, for instance, Astronaut Man. But we also do a tradition every year. We do short films, usually for Christmas, but she wants to do a short film for every holiday. So we did one for Easter, and now we shot one last night for Halloween, and it's going to be very scary. It's going to be great. We basically syndicated the scene from Want to See Something Scary from the Twilight Zone, the movie from the 1983 movie. With Dan Aykroyd, if you remember that scene where they're driving in the car, and it says, "You want to see something scary?" and turns around,
I do remember that. Yeah,
turns into like this goblin creature or whatever. So we kind of recreated that scene. It's pretty cool. It's funny. It's so it'll be fun. It was short and sweet and easy to shoot. So that will be posted tomorrow, hopefully on my Facebook channel.
That's an awesome tradition to have with her. I assume then, do you watch scary movies at your house? Does your family watch scary movies?
So yes, and this is very interesting because my daughter at 9 years old, we showed her the new It movie, which normally 9-year-olds would not be watching stuff like that, but she loved it, and she's like, "Yeah, let's watch more." And I think since she's been so used to being on screen and with film and all of that stuff, I think she gets the fact that it's real creative. It's all made up. It's, you know, it's pretend. And, you know, it's like at her age, I was getting scared out of like watching Freddy Krueger and all that stuff, like you guys were saying earlier. No, I was having nightmares, you know, so, but she's cool with it, and I can't believe it. But she's got a strong mind. We actually watched just the other night, we watched the new Nightmare on Elm Street, which I don't think is near as scary as the original, but we watched that and she was cool with it. She got scared for sure, but she stuck it out like a strong girl, and she's cool with it. So I was like, all right, I feel bad as a parent, but it's if she's good with it, she's cool with it. So no nightmares. At least.
So it's still a question that Brian asked earlier. I guess either your daughter, something has happened with your daughter, or you remember from your childhood. What's one of the worst things that someone's given you when you've gone trick-or-treating?
Oh my God. Wow, that's funny. To be honest, I don't really remember. I just remember my daughter spilling her candy one year, and she had a meltdown. It was so funny. It wasn't funny. That's sad to say, but I remember that there was one year where she got these little toys. You know how you used to get those old school little toys, like it would be like a jack or like a marble or something like that. I think she didn't understand what it was, and she's like, "What is this? It's not even candy. Give me some more candy." So,
what a disappointment!
What a disappointment! And I was like, "It's a cool little toy. Like you push the little thing and the thing pops out or whatever. I don't know." But she's like, "No, don't care. Just give me the candy." So that's nothing that really sticks out to me too much, but it's always been fun. We've this year is obviously different with the COVID going on, and it's going to be hard for people to open their doors, but it seems like in every neighborhood that I've been around, there's a lot of people celebrating. I mean, they're decorating at least, so
yeah,
there's a lot of scary houses out there, so I guess they're expecting a lot of trick-or-treaters. So hopefully I hope the best, and safe trick-or-treating for everyone.
See who leaves their light on.
And it does kind of get stuffy in here. I have to vent out every once in a while, so it's good.
So Tyler, we know you have a connection into Do As We Do. What does it mean to you?
Well, to me, honestly, being friends and also colleagues with Kimberly for so long, and like everyone else I heard say, just her passion involved with it is next to none. And seeing her work and hearing her stories, although it's heartbreaking, it's inspiring for others to prepare for it and deal with it. Because my mom is up there too. She's got early stages of dementia. And it's a serious thing, and you can never be completely prepared for what's going to happen, and to them, or what's going to happen next. So I think, hearing these stories and being a part of it, really kind of prepares you for that journey. And, so you're not blindsided by, all of these, issues that might pop up, whether it's legal or whether it's family related. There's just so much that goes into it, and just hearing, Kim's stories and all of that and what she's gone through. I mean, and I feel for her, because it's real, and it's it's not something you really think about. It's like, oh, it's just something we'll deal with it when we get there. But at that point, no one's really completely prepared for it, and I think it just means a lot to me to be a part of it, to be prepared, at least a little bit to what to expect, and kind of like do the little things first to be prepared for that moment. If it does, and when it comes, that we have to make those hard decisions, do we, move her? I mean, I'm basically going over there 3 times, 4 times a week, changing her filters, doing a little bit of yard work, watering her plants, So I mean, there's just a lot of things that I'm still doing, and she's in her 70s, and she can walk and get around and drive, but there's going to come a time where that's not going to happen. You know, it's going to be where she's going to have a lot of help, and she's the hard-headed type to where she's not going to want to go into any nursing home or anything like that anytime soon. So so that's me. That's where I come in.
Yeah.
And my older brother is there too, and he helps out. But I've been kind of involved just because, you know, I care about her and she's done a lot for me. So it's a way of giving back to her as well. So, and also giving back to Kimberly, which is why I'm here right now. So helping her achieve this goal, and what you guys are doing here is awesome. I appreciate it.
Kimberly is our leader and a role model for each of us that will eventually have to walk through the caregiving cycle, and we really appreciate everything that you've done for us as an organization, and thanks for being here so much today. And I know Kimberly, she's not on camera right now, but I'm sure she's tearing up just listening to you talk.
Yeah,
we can see her in your shield.
Yeah, in the reflection.
See a reflection right there. Yeah. Do you guys want to come over and? We're gonna do a little switcheroo here, so yeah, take me off.
Well, y'all, I know we're coming to a close. This has been a lot of fun bringing back past guests and long-term supporters of our foundation. I've had fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You guys look great.
Yeah. So I guess technically, Jeff, we don't know where to find you, right? Isn't that the point? We
No.
don't know where to find you. Yeah.
Unless you can point, you know. And
yeah, I've heard that Brandon's got an interesting costume. I'm excited to pull him over. Oh, there he is.
So
Sir Wizard.
That is Brandon, right? It's not some stranger.
It's me.
Gandalf?
So, yeah, what are you dressed as? Are you Gandalf?
So I can be any kind of wizard you want me to be. Gandalf is just one of the wizards on my repertoire. But yeah, any wizard of your choice, to be honest with you.
Let them know that you wanted to be matching. Can they hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to go, mythical.
Some sort of mythical.
Yes, and whatnot. And I don't think wizards are necessarily. I don't know what they are.
You create magic.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
the magic unicorn.
That's right. But I love y'all's costumes, everybody. I think everybody else did a great job as well.
Look at Brian with his cardinals.
Yes, I know. That's a little gross, but it is Halloween, so I guess gross is appropriate.
Shame, Brian, for living in Houston and wearing cardinals.
Yes.
And the truth is
Can't cross over.
for those that go ahead.
I can't cross over my fandom.
Fandom, yes.
I was going to say, for those that don't know Jeff, these are his pajamas. This is what he wears. Cap and all.
That's awesome.
Well, I think I'm going to call your mom, Sam, and see if the handsome farmer wears those pajamas to bed too.
I know my mom is watching, so I do have to think this is actually a bit of a sentimental outfit. This is my grandfather's overalls and actually his hat. So she helped me dig it out of the closet today. So it definitely has meaning.
Very, very, very cool.
That's sweet.
So Brandon, tell the guys what your favorite Halloween costume or memory is.
My favorite Halloween costume would be wow. Excellent question.
We had a lot of fun with Bob Ross.
You looked awesome as Bob Ross.
last year.
He did make the squirrel outfit, so just to
Right.
his detriment or my detriment.
Yeah, there was some time spent on that bad boy. That's for sure.
It was the tail, and it's a madness. Yeah, we're gonna get better at doing the duo costumes, like Jeff. Yo, there we go. Hey, yay!
Oh yes, there it is.
He's even in full character there.
Yeah, that was another Bob Ross that we didn't feel was as cool as Brandon's Bob Ross outfit,
right.
but
hey, he was there.
Yeah, he was there,
repping Bob as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah, and he did not know who Peanut is Bob Ross's squirrel, and I did not know who that was, Peanut, until Brandon. I met Brent. I started dating Brandon, right. And he educated me on Bob Ross's squirrel.
Damn right.
Watch it. It's a children's friendly show.
Family friendly.
You were just laser set on being a squirrel, weren't you? You look really excited to be a squirrel.
Yeah, I feel like this probably started with her wanting to be a squirrel, and then trying to figure out who could be.
No. Thank you, Dustin. But I think the squirrel made the outfit, not Bob Ross. But no, it was all Brandon's idea, and I just went along with it until I realized how hot it was. It might make me being a squirrel. I couldn't go back, right? So, thank you, Elaine. Tell everyone what's your favorite candy. I think it's everybody else's favorite as well.
Yeah, I already heard. My favorite candy mentioned Reese's. Anything Reese's. Yeah, and that family, and yes. I'm okay.
Yeah, peanut butter cups.
And if Reese's is listening, we are willing to do things for a donation.
Yeah.
Do as we do, baby.
Yes.
Get that candy on.
Yeah.
We're awful at product placement, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody had any Reese's Pieces. What the heck?
Are you kidding? It's quarantine. If I have candy around, it's gone before it even makes it in the house from the grocery store.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm eating it on the way home.
Yeah. We can't keep ice cream for that reason, or tequila, or beer.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. So, okay. Well, we what was it? Have we asked him all the questions? Have we asked you all the questions?
Other than Scary Movie.
Oh, Scary Movie.
Yeah, do you guys watch scary movies?
So as a wee chap, my folks didn't really let me watch scary movies much when I was growing up. So scary movies now really don't scare me, if you will. I will say, though, there's been some disturbing ones along the way that kind of made me irked in a way. House of 1,000 Corpses, I think, was a little odd for me, for my taste.
Well, the name didn't trigger that. House of 1,000 Corpses.
Look, are we not talking about scary movies that? Right, House of 1,000 Corpses.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure is considered a scary movie.
It is.
I don't know.
Yeah. You're right. Okay.
All right.
True.
Well, that's my answer then, and I guess I don't know if that's a right answer or a wrong answer. I feel like it's the wrong answer for whatever.
No,
reason.
it's perfect. It's
perfect. It's perfect.
Oh. Our boy Keith is just smashing candy over at his house right now.
Hey, Jeff, he's only a few blocks away from you, so looks like we know where you'll be. Getting some candy later. Tell him to throw it off the balcony and see what happens.
Well, he didn't have any Reese's left.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I said not one Reese's left.
Oh,
that
was
disappointing.
These fake eyelashes and the crying has smeared some things. It's hard for me to see.
Brandon.
Yes, sir.
Is there a costume that you haven't done yet that you really, really want to do?
Good question.
Oh, wow. No, I think I've gone political.
Who was political?
I was John McCain a few years ago.
Okay.
Back, well, a few years ago, I
It's a while.
dating myself here. Whenever he was in, he and Palin were running for office.
Ah.
That was just a little while ago.
Yeah, 8 or 12 years ago. One of those. I don't know. But yeah, I had a good time with that. You know, there's just so many people that, you know, that's a very good question. And I wish I had either Google in front of me or more time to answer that with a cool answer. But I don't have one at the moment. That's an excellent question, though.
Yeah, he was basically just told to show up in costume. He didn't really know that he was going to be put on camera, but I was like, hey, babe, that's a great costume. Let's put you on camera.
It looks very hot. Like, very
No,
sweaty.
actually, you know, being a wizard is pretty cool. To be honest with you.
Oh,
yeah, it's magic.
It's
Thank
magic.
you. Thank you, Tyler. It's magic.
There you go. Okay, well, let's see. Do we have a, yeah. Well, I do want to thank some of the people that we didn't get to say thank you to that joined us early on. Kathy, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, Shane jumped on for a little bit. Thank you, Shane, for joining us. And Mama Durstock, thank you very much.
We need to answer her question. We didn't.
That's a very good question.
Only assist. No, sorry. I clicked the wrong question, but no, it's nationwide.
Yes, anywhere in the U.S.
Yes, absolutely. If you go to doaswedo.org and fill out the secure application, we would love that and be able to give more information from there too. Yes, I would agree.
All right, guys. Well, Brandon, I know that you have a pretty strong relationship with Kimberly, but you want to talk about?
I was starting off.
Why does being a part of this foundation, why is this important to you?
You know, it's all about, this foundation is all about handling that tough conversation. And I think that's really, really important. Living with it, you know, seeing it day by day and what it does to families is, you know, profound. And
by that he means living with me and seeing what it does to me and my family.
Right. And seeing, you know, seeing how important it is to really have that tough conversation with your own family members. So that's something that, you know, even my family struggles with. So I appreciate, you know, what Do As We Do is doing in so many different levels, you know, just to help out those who really do need the help, because they're giving just constantly, and you know, they need that medicine for themselves, if you will.
Absolutely. And we appreciate the support that you continue to give Kimberly on a regular basis.
Oh,
You're a perfect example of how a caregiver has to have a support system. They can't do it by themselves. And every little bit that the people around them can do that aren't directly engaged with the loved one being cared for make a huge difference in their ability to provide that care that's necessary.
Absolutely.
Well
said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, y'all.
Thanks for being on tonight, Brandon. We appreciate you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So just, you know, as a reminder to everyone, we have created this foundation, the Do As We Do Foundation, to continue to provide educational resources, support, as well as financial assistance for our unpaid caregivers. What Brandon said, and what a lot of our guests and their stories are today. We want to provide that groundwork for them to be able to have that conversation earlier and put a plan into place and really be effective for the care of their family. So our focus today has been on growing our Caregivers Relief Fund, which helps support caregivers currently experiencing a financial crisis. You can help us grow this fund today by donating right now at doaswedo.org. Every single dollar donated goes directly to caregivers in need. And again, if you do need help right now, you can apply on our website, doaswedo.org, as well. We do need help reaching our goal, $1,500 within the next 24 hours. As a reminder, a gracious donor has agreed to give us that match with their own $1,500. So we ask you to please help us take advantage of this opportunity and exponentially grow our fund. We really want to help caregivers in need.
Because it's not about if you die, but it's about if you live. If you live. And we're all living longer.
I'm going to kick it back over to Kimberly right now to thank our sponsors. They've been really helpful to us get to where we are right now as an organization, and they'll help us continue to move forward.
Yes. Thank you, Brian. I'm a soap addict with their care packages, Salon D, with their haircuts, Approved Shield, and their assistance with the application and the process. Spherex, their amazing team, putting up the website and the secure forms and applications. We couldn't do it without those, without that level of technology and support. So we really appreciate every sponsor. Hustle Aesthetics, Short Productions. This is Team Money Short. Richby, Blue Jay, Nutra, and AK Realty. We appreciate everybody, as well as our faithful volunteers and our wonderful guests that came on tonight, that continue to spread the word, that shared this, that shared everything that we were doing, that they continue to share. Where are we going? Oh, look. Yes, we appreciate everybody for everything that they do, because it does take a village. It's really, we're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. We want to make sure that we break the chain, the cycle for the next generation of caregivers. And since 2011, every single day, 10,000 people turn 65, and there are 43 plus million unpaid caregivers just in the United States. And I can't even imagine around the world. But out of that 43 million people, 25% of those are millennials and caregivers, which majority of this group right here are millennials. Or I'm sorry, millennials and women. So, yes, it is definitely something that a conversation that people are not having, that we want to be having now. There's plenty of people out there raising for research. We want to be talking about the caregiver, who a lot of times caring can kill the caregiver, and we don't want that to happen. Are you prepared? That's what this is all about. It takes a village, and that's what the Do As We Do team is on a pursuit, on a mission. We're not going anywhere, and we appreciate every single one of you for joining us tonight, for coming on, getting in your Halloween, joining us for this Halloween fun. We all know that it's a different time right now, but we still need to have some fun, and hopefully this brought some laughs to not just people who are not caregivers, but people who are caregivers, and yeah, everyone.
It's been
Anyone?
fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Yeah.
Awesome.
A lot of fun.
Well, thank you guys again, everyone. Thank you, Keith, Elaine, Jessica, Leah, who am I missing? Jann, Tyler, Brandon, Brian, Sam, and Jeff. We really, really appreciate you guys. And you all have a very safe Halloween and fun weekend. Bye.
And Kimberly.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.